Check, hello, check, hello.
Let me help you quick. You also taking?
Yeah.
Sarah, you also tell them the up one is also taking.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first goal for Salaam FC, au revoir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, thank you very much for watching through what you call the SSF, that is a TV. And of course, I'm talking about South Sudan Football Association TV. And of course, in case you are watching on YouTube, yeah, that's how we normally do it right away at a Bullock. It is what we call the National League. It is the 10th edition, by the way. And of course, a lot of teams are making statements and there and here. As I talk right now, between Merriekh FC and a team in the names of that is Salaam FC of Wow. It is 1-1. You can think that it is a big game. You can think that any team want to score, and trust me, Salaam FC scored actually the first goal. Meanwhile, Merriekh equalized. Meanwhile, Salaam also added one. It is 2-1 as I talk right now for the guys coming from the side of Wow. But yes, both teams looks so much as it. You can think that yes, they have got probably all it takes probably in this very game right now. And yes, Randall Paul is actually the goalkeeper for Merriekh FC right now. And you think that yes, he's still the very guy that's going to be, of course, making it a big right now. He has considered 2 goals already. That is Mr. Ran Powell. And of course, it's something that he might not probably like somehow, somewhere in this very game. But then, yes, Salaam FC looks to be on toes. They're actually the home side for this very game. I'm talking about there's a guy in names of Robert Joseph. Is a guy between the stick for team that is Salaam FC. And of course, there are big names like Paul, John. These are some of the names that definitely you think, yes, so much close. You think Salaam FC have got yet another one to put it into the back of the net, but it went so much wide. It is still 2-1 for team Salaam FC of Wow. What a halftime it is right now at Bullock Toyota Center. We are talking about the 10th edition of the National League, and of course we are making things big right away. Remember, this is the final stage so far. Remember, Merriekh suffered a 3-1. The names of Salaam FC of Bur. Meanwhile, yet another Salaam on the card for them. You think that yes, it is not something that they can take it very easy at this critical time right now. It seems like a Salaam FC or Salaam teams is not really taking something a joke for the names of that is the Merriekh Football Club aside from Bentiu. All right, it is a goal kicker for team Salaam FC. Remember, Salaam hammered Haitonch up to 7 goals to 2, and that's how they really came to this very final stage of the National League right now. You think they are not here probably by mistake. They are here to definitely compete, not only to participate. I'm talking about Salaam FC side from Wow. All right, Mr. Ngong seems to be taking water or drinking water for that case for Merriekh Football Club. Mr. Thor is as well making it a big opportunity for taking water. Meanwhile, the tactician is using it for, of course, talking to his boys in this very game. Still 2-1 for Salaam. Salaam FC seems to be a team to smile in these very moments of the game. Watching us from Malakal, big up to you. Are you in a wheel? Thank you very much for watching. Are you in a Yambio or Nimle? What about if you're in Yei? You are watching us live. Thank you very much for probably logging into the South Sudan Football Station TV. Remember, it is a throw-in for Salaam FC. And of course, a foul, you'd think it was somehow of pulling somebody down. A free kick. Kasara returns for Merriekh Football Club, by the way, after, of course, getting good bookings. We're talking about 2 yellow cards. Remember, he has returned back for a team. That is Mr. Kasara, the captain of Merriekh Football Club. And of course, I'm joined by Deneke in the commentary box today. Deneke, what a game it is. Salaam FC leading by 2-1 is something that might surprise many right now in the game. Remember, it is halftime.
It is still, as we are still watching it here live from Bullock Technical. As Salaam still possess the ball, Salaam still goes. As the number 8 still pass. Still Salaam is still trying to reach the box of Merriekh. Salaam is a lot of pass. What a clearance here from Hadadan. That is Billy. It is still Al Salaam are ready to take in this throw in. It's been it's a throw in for Merriekh. Bentiu. As Al Salaam of wow, the former champions of 20. Al Salaam still control. It's a clearance. As the striker make his one, a U-turn, a pass. As it has been, it's still the defender takes it. That is a ball. John, the goalkeeper Robert Joseph with the ball. It's a cross here. As it has been cleared, it's a control. Still, it still has a hard tackle here. Yet even this complaint from a coach. It's a foul, a challenge. As the coach of Al Salaam trying to give an instruction to his player. As both sides are still trying to make a sound noise in it is a fair play for both two teams. The coach of Merriekh is too aggressive as he's giving some instruction to both two sides, telling them they need to cool down the ball. They should not rush. It's a long kick here. As Merriekh is still in the box, it's a clearance. It's a foul committed by Hassan Santino. That's done in jersey number 20 for Al Salaam FC. Wow, as the goalkeeper Robert Joseph is ready to take the ball.
Alright, live at Bullock. Remember, it is the 10th edition of this very national cake. Garbella to the right for Merriekh FC. And of course, Mr. Tor Another guy behind Mr. Ngong. For that is Merriekh. White touch from Mr. Tor to Ngong. Sliding it outside. Was just number 22. Rather 21. He's called Justin. A very brilliant player he is. He knows how to deal with the strikers. For that case, 21 for Merriekh. And of course, a Swiss play. A slight header from Mr. Tor. Mandina Robert Joseph seems to be having that green light to pick the ball. Still 2-1, Salaam FC leading at a very early stages of the game. What about if it ends like that? And what about if Merriekh FC will level it to 2-1? No one knows, rather to 2-2. Nobody knows. Remember, a throw in for Salaam FC. And of course, good cartoonic work. It is a foul for Merriekh Football Club. A long, of course, a ball from just number 16. This is the second time that he's starting on this very national cake. Rather 15. He's called Mr. Bial. Now comes 14. Call him Stephen Dual. And of course, a foul at a very, very critical condition.
El Salaam trying to do that is a commit a very serious foul at this time here, as we are still looking at it, seeing the way out, the atmosphere, the fans and the spectators in the stadium. I'm even seeing it. It's getting more interesting in a way of seeing that the game is becoming more interested to each and every person who is watching. It's a match day here live in Buluk. If you're watching from far, never hesitate to subscribe. That is to YouTube of South Sudan Football Association. That is SSFA TV. We are seeing the only smart man. That is from El Merriekh of that's the guy who don't see number 21 Gatluak, who is very smart. If you're to look at him having a very nice nyas and his height and the way he even dress, and you can't even think of taking it in a different way. As this guy is still, that is Mr. Gono, he's still trying to receive. That is Stephen Dual, is still receiving his treatment here. There's nothing bad, as we're still trying to watch the game and seeing the two sides. And we're having even on the bench here, we are seeing that is a former player from Uganda, from one of St. Merriekh, and is seated even, who is donning in, who is having a dreadlock. That is Sunday Lex Dino is there giving some instruction. I think he's also behind this success as we are seeing him. Yet, has El Merriekh ready to take over here? Are we seeing some of the changes coming into this game, as they're still trying to change the narrative of the game, or the changes, as there are 2-1 down here in a Buluk, as we're still watching the referee, and the rest of other teams are still seeing them dropping a point again after grabbing a point some 2 days ago. It is still the smart man, that is Gatluak himself, is trying here to show to the public, as he's always the only smartest, and the left back who comes always as a substitute into game. We're still seeing here, as the guy trying in here, yet there's a lot of complaints. Salaam making it here.
Oh my goodness, a deadlock is already taken to another level. 3-1, Salaam FC of Wow leading right here at Buluk. What a performance from Salaam FC. Remember, still Merriekh lose this game, then things will be very hard on them. Remember, they have lost to Salaam FC of that is Pur, and today it seems to be something not on their mindset. Already Salaam FC leading 3-1, and it is halftime. What a game it is. You think that Salaam FC, all the Salaam FC teams does not take Merriekh FC has a joke for that matter. But then can Merriekh try their best define their name in this very game remains a very, very big question. Remember, they need to score to make it a 3-2, and of course a 2 level. What about if they can get a winning goal? Can it happen? It remains a very big question. I am talking about Merriekh Football Club. 3-1, Salaam FC leading. And guess what? It is still half time. Now Mr. Tor. Good defense from Salaam FC. A foul, a yellow card at the same time. Yellow card for that is just number 8. You call him a go-go. BL 10 zones on the game. You would think nobody want to agree with the statement from the referee. Remember, it is the first yellow card of the game so far. Mr. Gogo did not like it. Kasara in the mix. Remember, he's the captain of the team, trying to ask something from the referee. Referee, what's up? What's up? Second yellow card, just number 17. You can call him, that is Mr. Pil Puchan. For that case, he have gotten for himself, of course, something that maybe wasn't for him, but that is a football. Anything looks at so much. You know, sometimes when you are actually in the losing part, you don't like the decisions that the referee might be taking in this very game. Remember, Salaam FC is in a safer side. You would say, wow, nar, if you feel, remember. Kasara won for himself a foul, a long one by Kasara. Kasara Tor missing the header. Now comes, and of course, a free ball. But then Mr. Ngong seems to be not really on the ball. Now comes Mr. Chan. Steven losing it. Mr. Tor trying his luck this time around at the left flank for that is Merriekh Football Club. Now comes the Salaam Football Club, giving in the middle. Captain controlling it very well. He's also a leader, trying his best. Just number 8 for Salaam, enjoying climax over this very game. Nice pass. Now comes the one Denike says he's very smart. You call him just number 21. He's called Gatulak. Now comes Mr. Cadbell at the right. That's a flank, a cross, and of course a crucial cross. Oh my goodness. Now comes a shot, plays very well. What a save from Mr. Joseph. What a save. You'll think it is actually a brilliant save over this half-time so far at Bullock. What a save it is by Mr. Joseph Robert. If you want to call him Robert, no problem. Very brilliant goalkeeper he is. Trust me. He was so much exceptional in the 7-2. That is a win against Haitonch. Now comes a Garbel. Garbel for Merriekh, crossing it right away. No one is in that very. Of course, a pace. Denike, you think that Salaam FC seems to be having the rhythm of the game.
Salaam FC are the former champion of 2016-2017 who represented the same country in that is a regional league some years back, as they came back after going to struggle, that is in a local league. Salaam are the best as they have managed this time to reach with the display and the flow of their game this season. It has shown that Salaam are capable again of representing this country. And mind you, there's a problem here with these two teams that is other than these Merriekh, because you can't compare the numbers of the games from that is Merriekh have so far played, and they have played their league so far only for something like 1.5 months, and they can't manage with Salaam was played so far almost that is the numbers of 9, that is 18 games was played for almost 6 months. They have been in the competition and they came back now to represent that is local football, and they took over from the former champion that is other than that is Zalan FC we represented last season, and now it has been the second season for that is Bahar Ghazala teams who have decided this season to represent that is the South Sudan at the regional level, that is a continental in the African soccer. The goalkeeper that is the strongest goalkeeper of El Salaam, that is Robert Joseph, is also one of the best goalkeepers so far, which I meant to understand he has been performed. So the reason of Salaam reaching this stage itself, it is because of his outstanding performance, as both two sides are still trying as a belts. Then Stephen Dwell controlling, as he is also the outstanding midfielder for El Merriekh, who has so far made a lot of that with his experience both in South Sudan Cup and coming to that is a national league this season. He has been so outstanding, making this club also to represent that is Bentiu Local Football Association this season. As Al Salam will still continue with their dominance in the midfield, both sides, we are still seeing them trying to prove to us that they're coming from wow, wasn't and is a coming as they have come this time. Are we still trying to see, since with the failure of teams from Juba, which used to give them the hard time in each and every season, they are not there this season to participate, and we are seeing different clubs from Upper Nile region who are doing their wonders, and the Bahar Ghazal region, as both sides are still trying to do. There's a complaint which is being made by the players that there's an handball, but the referee failing to give it, which is also another advantage, as Salam trying to display the best flow here, as both sides have decided to control the flow of the game, as we are still watching it here. We are still live broadcasting it to you live from Abulu.
Alright, now comes God Bell for Merriekh Football Club, switching it into the, of course, forbidden area. Kasara with a long header, and of course, Mr. Tor. And don't forget, it is, of course, an offside. Mr. Ngong seems to be standing on an offside position for Merriekh Football Club. Now comes a free kick for Salam Football Club, and don't forget Mr. Robert, the guy you think behind their success, is the one to take the long free kick, looking for a number of players, including Mr. Oliver, just number 10. He's the captain of the team. Now comes, and of course, just number 17, you call him Mr. Philip Chan. A throw in for Salam Football Club, and of course, just number 2 in the names of Ball John is the guy to take it. Now comes, now back to Mr. Ball. Can he cross? Oh, he'll beat one. Yes, a beating. But then unfortunately, the ball went out of a play for team that is Salam Football Club. Now comes Merriekh, Mr. Tor playing one-on-one. And of course, you'd think more of an air ball right away. But then brilliant defending from Mr. Ball John. Now comes yet. He was flushed down. The referee says, guess what? There's nothing. Now comes Mr. Ngong. You could think, yes, could have probably made something. 3-1 is what we are seeing as a scoreline at a Bullock Technical Center. Remember, it is the 10th edition of this National Cake. I'm talking about the National League. Remember, there are 3 groups. And don't forget Salam FC of WOW representing, that is Group A. Meanwhile, Group B represented by, of course, Merriekh FC of Bentiu. Group C, there's a team called Salam FC of, that is WOW. That is Bur. Remember, as I talk, they are watching on the stands. Now comes a chance. Rand Paul seems to be running for his money. And of course, a bit of a confusion. Can I raise it up or I have to be building it from behind? Remains a very big question. Now comes a Swiss play. poor defense from Salaam. Ngong going on his own way. Remember, it is a goal kick for team the names of Salaam Football Club. And none other than Robert Joseph is the guy to take it. Probably very, very long. We're yet to see. Just number 17 for Salaam is already announcing an injury. He's called Mr. Aken. Aken for Salaam, wanting serious, I think, attention of the doctors. And as I talk right now, the referee is going to check on Mr. Aken. Just number 17 for Salaam Football Club, a midfielder for that case. Meanwhile, Mr. Oliver is taking it as a water break. Remember Oliver, you can call him, that is Oliver Powell. He is the captain of Salaam Football Club. He plays a softy football. He tries his best in the midfield to create chances for that case. I can see already fourth referee trying his best. It is called added minutes are probably coming on our way. I'm talking about 2 added minutes coming up for us to call it a half time so far at a Bullock Technical Center. Now comes Salaam Football Club, just number 8 for Salaam. Call him Mr. Khalid Juma. Now comes still Salaam Football Club, a foul. Another yellow card for Merriekh FC. Now comes this time Mr. Ngong. 2 added minutes for the halftime at a Bullock Technical Center. Remember, it is already 2 added minutes.
Additional time.
Others called additional time.
Has a shot.
Don't forget.
Time for the first half.
Remember, Salaam have got big names on the bench. Talk about that's Mutuakil, very brilliant player. He is just number 13. No one knows. Maybe he is the one player that yes might be adding more. Or you say adding petrol on fire for that very case. Now comes Oliver Powell for Salaam Football Club, and of course going so much wide. Just number 12 is called Oliver as well for Salaam Football Club. So far 2 added minutes. Kasara looking for just number 21 in names of that is a Gatrak. Mr. Joseph taking his own time. He knows very well. Nothing matters a lot, and he's trying his best in that very area of the goalkeeper, Mr. Robert Joseph, goalkeeper for Salaam Football Club. He knows those are tactics. Now Gatwick, a header from him. Now comes Mr. Steven in the midfield looking for. Now comes Mr. Ngong operating up the left flank. Ngong beating number 1, giving it to that is of course Mr. Chan. Now come Gatwick. Oh my goodness, please. And of course, oh my goodness, so much close, really close, really. Gatwick. A goal kick for that case. What a chance it was. Mr. Gadbell using his left foot so much good. Brilliant player at the right flank is called Mr. Gadbell for Merriekh Football Club. And of course, we call it, of course, that is halftime at a Bullock Technical Center. Salaam scoring first. Merriekh responding. Salaam adding yet another one. Salaam killing it. It is 3-1. Salaam FC leading. And of course, I remember analysis coming because of the halftime. Don't really do stick around. Don't move away. 3-1. Salaam FC leading.
FC, you're welcome to Juba. Wish you all the best. And to the general public, please feel at home. It's a place we love to be right here at Bullock all the time. As you here to support your teams, so it's great to see you all right here. Remember, this is all about what is happening here. It's all about South Sudan National Football League, the 10th edition, and of course, this is for the seasons of 2022-2023. This is what is happening here, and we are at the last stage, the last and the final round. The final round game started, of course, 2 days ago with Salaam FC of Bor playing against, that is Merriekh, and that is the first leg. Remember, this round, the formula of home and away has been applied here this final round. That means the three teams will play home and away. So the three teams are Salaam FC Wow coming from Group A. Then we have Merriekh FC of Bentiu coming from Group B. And we have, of course, Salaam FC of Bor coming from Group C. Those are the three teams managed to go to the final round. And greatly I would like to announce that this final round, and this one particularly, it has been fully sponsored by Zain. Zain is sponsoring this final round, and we want to say a lot of thanks to Zain company for always being around and promoting football in the country. Shukran kathir li sharika Zain wa huma once again right here.
Well, a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from wherever part of the world you are watching us from. Welcome to SSA TV. Of course, my name is the Disco 211. I'm your host for today. It's day 2 of the South Sudan National League final phase. Of course, the first day had Salaam FC of Jonglei taking on Merriekh FC of Bentiu, which of course ended in favor of Salaam, winning by 3-1. Today, it's yet another peacemakers team. I'm talking about Salaam FC of Wow taking on Merriekh FC of Bentiu. And amazingly, the first half has witnessed about 4 goals already scored, with the Salaam having the majority of the goals, leading by 3 goals at halftime. On my panel of analysis, I'm joined by one Brown Emalex. Of course, he will be sharing with us his opinions. Before we get into the analysis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
It's a very sunny afternoon, temperatures of 38 degrees Celsius and real feel of about 41 degrees Celsius. Don't you think the heat is too much for the players?
Definitely, when you look into the look of things, even you really feel like the heat is too much to the players, because you look at the way how some of them are falling down. It's really something which is not good, that you really feel like some of these players that are coming from different places, they have never used to this kind of weather. They have never played football in this artificial. Whenever it is very hot like this, the artificial also get to produce a lot of heat. So to me, I still feel like it is affecting the players at this moment. So that's what I'm seeing that is happening for both teams, Merriekh and that's team Salaam FC.
Well, let's talk about the halftime. Among the games we have witnessed here at Bullock Training Center, not so many games have witnessed about 4 goals scored in the first 45 minutes. How special is this game?
Definitely look at this. You look at it. The first of it that happened was that is the game between Merriekh, that's a team Salaam FC of Bor, and that's one team in the name of Imatong FC. That was in the first leg of Group C games. But now we're seeing it the same thing happening today. 4 goals has already been scored into the first half of the game. That shows to you that if the game is going to be coming now in the second half, we expect more goals to come, because when you look at the way how Salaam FC is trying to attack the game, they're really taking the game seriously. But you look at one team in the name of Merriekh FC, they are losing ball and position at the same time, so they are not all that clinical in front of the goals of their opponent. So that's the reason why when Salaam FC get that opportunity, they utilize it and they put the ball at the back of the net. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me today seeing a 7-goal thriller happening up in this game today.
Well, looking at statistics, you will think Merriekh really needs maximum points from this game. And right now, things have gone south. They have a mountain to climb to get maximum points. Where do you think Merriekh got it wrong in this very particular game?
Definitely, when you look at the consistency of a team, Merriekh FC, it has not been like what the more effort that they've been put in that's the South Sudan National Cup. You look at the National League this time around, it was just a narrow win for them against Nile City that no one expected because the game ending in a goalless draw in that's the first half, and then in the dying minute around 70 is where they start getting their goals against Nile City. And you look at their first game actually against Salaam FC for Bor, you really see that Merriekh had nothing to do against Salaam FC. Salaam FC had more opportunity and had more chances than one team in the name of Merriekh FC. And I thought that in today's game, I was supposed to see a lot of change from the team Merriekh FC. But definitely into the look of things, how things are happening up now in the pitch, I don't see any change from that is Merriekh FC, and I don't see them being a really team that will give hard time to that team either Salaam FC of a Wow or Salaam FC of a Bor, because this game will determine them the result of their second leg that will be against Salaam FC of Bor again. So to me, I still feel like Merriekh has a lot to do in when you talk of the midfield. Even the defensive line is not all that conveniency like the one that we usually see those days. So to me, I still feel like the Disco, when you look at Merriekh FC, they are not favorite in this league.
Well, talking about Salaam FC of Wow, they had a very rough road. They drew the first game against Zalan FC 1-0, and in their final group game, they were put to condition to score at least more than 4 goals. They did that by beating High Touch FC by 7 goals to 2. Something no one expected. Now, coming to the final phase of the competition, you think this right here should have been a very, very tough one, but they look like they're getting away with it. If you were the coach of Salaam FC, what would you tell your players heading into the final 45 minutes?
Definitely, like what you have just stated, no one expected this from Salaam FC, because a team arriving here on Saturday and have a training, and that very day did not have a race, and today is a Monday, they are back into action. It's really something that no one expected from them, because you look at team Merriekh FC has been in Juba for long now. They are going about for 2 weeks or 3 weeks in Juba. That will have been a very good game for them. First game against Salaam FC, they will have utilized the chance and put the ball at the back of the net. Now, me being as a coach, like the question that you ask, it's determining on the kind of technique that you're going to bring into the game, or the kind of lineup that you're going to bring into the game, and the players that you're going to introduce to the game. You go on to your dressing room. You tell the players it's the right time for us that we need to utilize this chance and win the game and goes with the trophy. So I think if the coach gives the confidence to the players, we are really going to see a lot from Salaam FC. What we do not expect from them, but we're going to expect them. To me myself, I rate them being as a favorite in this league to walk away with the trophy.
Well, I would want to ask this question one more time before we can summarize up on analytical part of the game. Would you expect 9 goals to be scored in this game, or do you think that record of 9 goals in this South Sudan National League will be broken today?
No, definitely. I can also predict it, because like what I just said before, that probably in this game today we may end up seeing 7 goals to Rila today in this game. That may be Salaam FC might come up and score maybe 5 goals, and one team Merriekh has to come and pull one to make it either 5-2 or to make it 6-2. It's just going to determine on how it is going to be, but I'm seeing a 7 goals thriller in this game today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will have to be the end of our halftime analysis. We'll come in 90 minutes. It will be much, or the record will be broken. My name is the Disco 211. Please do enjoy the last 45 minutes of game, or as we take you back to the commentary team of Danielson Deneki and Alafe Jonathan.
for Salaam Football Club. If how it is, then again, you think the game has somehow changed already?
The game has changed. There's a lot of changes in this second half so far as we are seeing it here in Bullock Life Technical Center. As the Salaam have lost the pace or the type of the game which they were playing. And now they're playing, if you miss the ball, don't miss a leg. But this is not what we expect in the game so far. As a yellow card, red card in this game so far here, Alafi.
A controversial red card. A red card, you think? And if there's somebody that really losing, you think he is in a double loss, is definitely Mr. Kasara. A red card for that case. And of course, going down already 3-1. Kasara giving the captain unban to his teammates. Kasara coming out, probably, is it going to be a big blow?
And this season, this is another worst at their club. This season, that is Merriekh. Last season also, they had some misunderstanding also in that South Sudan Cup. And this season, with too much complaint, Mr. Kasara uttering words to a referee, which led to being given a red card, and he's still complaining. Instead of controlling his anger and his temper, here he has failed to do so. And there's still 3-1 down. A Woodward has been hit here from that is Merriekh. They have so far controlled this game here in this second half. But yet, instead of him as a captain, a discipline is something which is needed from a professional player like him of his caliber. And with his name, definitely the name which has been called, as we meant to understand in the African traditional culture, saying Kasara, that means is a loss for the club, like his name also, as I'm seeing here, bringing in some of losses to his club, as they're still trying to control the pace of the game. As with the second half changes here, we're still seeing them trying to show to the public, even though they're still 9 months or 9 men down, they're still possessing Salaam, as Salaam was the dominant in the first half. Merriekh, as so far the best team so far, was represented twice in these two types, so that is South Sudan Cup and the South Sudan National League. As a WOW Team NAR representative, that is Salaam, we call them in English Peace FC, are trying to show that they came to play football in love and peace to both two teams, but yet their defense is somehow shaky as the midfield, because you can't imagine a ball crossing which was not there in the first half. Whenever to cross in from the half to the other half, the speed and the flow still goes in here from other sides. As Merriekh make all the dominance, Salaam is still trying to utilize it. Is offside here, as the lineswoman, that is Jane Charles, raising in the flag here, as both two teams are still trying to showcase all their talent in this first half, in this second half so far. If you fail, there is a new program on Zain South Sudan called Zain Radio. It's also like what MTN did, bringing in an initiative called MTN TV, but Zain came out with a Zain Radio program. If you haven't tried to go and subscribe into it, so that you enjoy all types of the services, as they are the key sponsors of this 10th edition of South Sudan Cup. As so that is the defense, as let me just say it, suffering another second loss in this South Sudan, or both two teams in the third qualified champions of that is a Group C, that is Merriekh still here, still trying to struggle, as they start making losses and crosses, as El Salaam are now playing rubbish, but to make sure that they should defend this game here in Bullock Technical Center. But so far with the reinforcement, though, if you're to look at this game, it's like Salaam are the one who are being awarded a red card into this game, but Yet with the pressure which is El Merreekh putting on Salaam, putting them under serious contenders of pressure, they haven't even failed to control the flow of the game. But I'm seeing a coach with a lot of instruction here from both sides as they fail, but as El Merreekh controlling the flow, that's Ngong giving in the long as the striker still making his run here. With the support and the fans from that is a side of wow, we are seeing there's a lot from them as the moral boost is still ongoing from the spectators in the pavilion here in Buluka Technical Center. But Salaam is still struggling to control the flow of the game as they still trying to fight. It's a throw in for Salaam FC over wow. That is Abdul. That is Khalid Juma, who don't see number 8. As that is the guy who don't see number 12. That is Oliver, we call it in French Olivier. As El Merreekh still trying to take it, as the speed still. Salaam have failed to control the flow of the second half totally here. If you have to take a look into it, because all the balls they control, it has been taken, as there's a lot of interception into this game here so far in Buluka Technical Center. It's a foul committed as that is Juma fouling in, that is as he has tried in to fail, as fouling in, that is as a long one here taken, as the guy still the substituted. It is an offside here as Salaam, that's El Merreekh still with a long range ball as they're trying to make a counter attack here. It has been controlled by that is a guy who don't see number 21. That is a ball John who don't see Jazzy 20. That's Justin Ton who don't see Jazzy 21 for that is El Salaam. El Merreekh as that is that is Gawa who don't see number 10. Still trying to control as El Merreekh still takes over as they are still into the half of the box. El Salaam making in at a long clearance as both sides is still making a run. Let me take you through director 2. That is Al Kasara so far getting in the early red card as the worst team so far in this game, working with a red card in this league of this 10th edition of this season here in Buluka Technical Center. That's El Merreekh who is still making sure the 9 men down are still trying to give a blood nose or the hard time to that is El Salaam, the former champion over 2016-2017 over the South Sudan National League, as they are participating this season in the 10th edition. Has that been so far the best team from that's the region of Bahar Ghazal, because they were the one who took lead in the Bahar Ghazal and regional league so far, as they managed to come into this as we are coming to finalize. There's a foul here committed by one other guy that is Stephen Dwola, the strongest midfielder, stepping in on the midfielder. That is Walid Suleiman, who don't see number 5 or 4. That is Team El Salaam. As El Salaam is still, but so far it seems to be like they are trying to doing some delaying tactical. That is Oliver, who has been taken out here for some treatment. There is still a lot of complaint going both sides. We are seeing a coach of El Salaam himself making a call back. Is he talking to some of the guys for do some technical? It is a throw in which has been taken here. There's a foul committed from behind. That is a Ken who has been stepped in by that is a Duel Teng who steps in on that is a Ken as a foul committed, but both sides are still complaining to the referee as he's still warning the guy to reduce his temper. So far, even if you have lost, the game is only for a laugh. You need to reduce it. It's not all about fighting or committing. The fans, the unstoppable fans of Al Merreekh, that is El Salaam FC of our, still trying to give that's magnified support so that the moral boost. Even though their team has lost the possession as they have failed to control the flow of the second half as we are seeing here, but the defenders are still struggling to control the flow here live. Alafi looking to this second half over the second that is the second half of this game, as both sides as El Salaam are the best in the first half are struggling here.
Definitely Salaam have to struggle because when we talk about this draw game, it should be a reason that yes, they have already they are leading up to I think by 3 goals to 1. So definitely struggling part will come into this draw game. Marina, yes, just number 17 seems to be nursing some injury, and of course you can call him that is a Mr. That is I'm talking about this draw guy. He's called Aken. Just number 17 for Salaam Football Club is nothing a serious injury. I mean, while the technical team seems to be saying, you know what, it is a delaying tactics. And yes, the guy seems to be getting out for probably medical, that is a treatment for this pro game. Remember, Merriekh Football Club are down to 10 man. Kasara getting a red card in this very game. Now comes the Juma with a simple touch, looking for Mr. Tor. Tor seems to be from an offside position. Now comes, of course, Mr. That is Achani giving it to Steven. Steven trying to rotate. That's a midfielder here and there. Now comes Mr. Dow in the midfield. Dow, of course, losing it. Unfortunately, it is not what he really wanted. Now comes Mr. Of course, that is Achani again looking for Tor. Can he head it? And of course, now comes sole defense from Salaam Football Club. It is a goal kick for Salaam Football Club in this very game so far. I can hear a word of a go from tactician of Salaam Football Club of that is wow. Somebody might be saying wow nar. Solid defense from judge number 15 for team Merriekh Football Club. Call him Mr. Darza Pial. Now Salaam Football Club taking advantage of the red card, a foul, and of course referee is saying it is a push. Why would we push this guy? A foul for Salaam Football Club, and of course fans chanting. Seems to be serious. Again is and of course a Salaam a player who is really struggling down. Remember, Mr. Akani is as well receiving treatment. So 2 players for Salaam FC all down. But of course I can see somebody for team Merriekh seems to be warming up. Call him Mr. Run Guy. Run Guy is actually the guy coming up for team Merriekh. What can he add? What can he bring? It remains a very big question. Now comes up very quickly a corner kick for Salaam Football Club. Now Mr. Gatrak rather is a guy coming up. Just number 12 for that case. Can he bring some flavors in the game? Meanwhile, Salaam has well making second change. But then can it be after the corner? Yes, a corner kick for Salaam Football Club. Poorly, you could not expect that from a corner kicker. That is a taker. Now comes Merriekh Football Club. Now comes Mr. Dow. Dow beating one body, of course, falling down. Mr. Dew, very, very pacey he is. You'd think if you're facing Dew, then you have to be so much critically as a defender. he can beat. Actually, he can beat you at any moment of the game. That is a due starting on the bench today. Ran Powell starting to build it from behind. Ran Powell giving it to just number 6. I am talking about Mr. Dual Teng. Dual Teng is going to take the throw in, but remember the referee is saying that substitution. And of course, meanwhile, just number 17 for Salaam Football Club is the one coming probably. That's out. Remember, Mr. Alajabu is the guy getting in. Alajabu, just number 7 for Salaam Football Club. Remember, Mr. Tor making way for that is a Mr. Card. That is a rack. An opportunity for Salaam Football Club. Referee saying the ball was so much rolling. Why would you hurry? Still 3-1 separating both sides. But of course, a moment to remember for Mr. Kasara in this very game. Got luck, defending very well. And of course, what opportunity for Salaam Football Club. Salty defense. Oh my goodness. So much dangerous for that area, the forbidden area. Now comes Mr. Dew for Merriekh. Dew switching it to Mr. Teng. Teng, of course, from the right flank, giving it back to Dew. Dew, can he shoot? Dew still going. Oh my goodness, so much close. Brilliant play from Dew. Dew means business in the game of football. He knows what to do in a game of football. He knows what to bring, which moment to bring in the game of football. Try his best for Team Merriekh. Good runs from him. An opportunity for Merriekh. Unfortunately, the physicality of Salaam Football Club really worked out. Now, sliding was Mr. Call him. That is Oliver. Alajabo with a poor chest. Now comes Mr. Gogo. Gogo due to that's Mr. Galwak. Galwak with the ball, still running, still beating defenders, still turning people right and left. Now to Dew flashing it, looking for Juma. Juma, of course, Juma heading it. Oh my goodness. What an opportunity for Merriekh Football Club. Mr. Now Stephen with a shot. Oh my goodness. Deflected, and it's actually a corner kick for Merriekh. Merriekh looking for goals. Merriekh want to buy goals. Merriekh trying their best to turn things around. Can they turn it? Remains a very big question. Now just number 12 is the guy to take it. I'm talking about that's a cut rack taking it along, and of course a flashing from a goalkeeper. Now comes Salaam FC. Salaam FC to Alajabu. A foul by Mr. Teng. A foul in the middle for Salaam Football Club. Alajabu, getting involved in this encounter seems to be something that he really wants. What about if at all he really passes on against Mr. Teng? Definitely it could have been a very different story right now at Bullock. Remember, counter-attacking football from Salaam Football Club. Meanwhile, the guy to take it is Mr. Just number 4 for Salaam Football Club. Call him. You can call him. That is and of course, call him Mr. Walidi. Walid. Still, Merriekh looking for options, looking for the space, looking for the covers, looking for what they can do in this Africa game. But now Salaam Football Club seems to be settling a lot. Now comes Alajabu for Salaam. Alajabu beating, of course, Mr. Steven recovering it right away. Now Mr. Juma for Merriekh, looking for Gadrak. Solid defending from the goalkeeper. I'm talking about Mr. Robert Joseph for team Salaam Football Club. Robert, he seems to be actually very good player for team Salaam Football Club. Remember, it is offside for team that is Salaam Football Club. It can favor Merriekh, who are looking for goals, who are hunting for a goal. Remember, they are down by 3 goals at 1 right now at a Bullock. That's at the technical center. A long one by that's Kalwak. Salty header. Now comes Salaam Football Club. Salaam operating from the right flank. Just number 15 getting involved. Call him Mr. That's Mabok or Mayen. Just number 6 already warming up for Salaam Football Club from outside. What can he add in this every game? Alajabu turning it right way. Alajabu for Salaam. Alajabu trying his best. Juma getting involved. And of course, Alajabu in the mix still. Now comes Mr. Teng for that Merriekh. Alajabu getting it right away. Alajabu driving, giving it a free one. Meanwhile, Mr. Karwek seems to be so much solid for team that is Merriekh Football Club. Now comes, is it a foul or it is a throw-in? It is a throw-in for Merriekh Football Club. Merriekh seems to be on the momentum for this very game. Merriekh now Agogo, call him Gogo. Oh, Agogo, Gogo looking for Juma. Mr. Diu picking it right away. Diu in the middle. Solid defense from Salaam Football Club. Now comes just number 8, call him Juma giving it to that's Oliver, the captain for Salaam, losing it unfortunately. Now Mr. Teng for that is Merriekh. Juma at the right flank, giving it back to Teng falling down just like that. And of course still. Meanwhile, now comes Juma versus Mr. That is Juma 1-on-1. Comes Oliver back to Juma. Juma seems to be offside. Yes, he seems to be from an offside position. 3-1 separating both sides. Mr. Deneke.
So far, the guy who don't see Jazena 15 for team Salaam has met so far in this second half. That's a total of 4 offsides in this particular game, as we have seen here. And Mr. Juma also making a total of 2. It makes a total of 6 offside. Alajabu, who is the newly substituted defender, as here there is a miss here, we are still seeing. But these guys, fans are even, the guy even makes a run like he's just going to his house, but unfortunately he's there. We are seeing here there's some changes. We are seeing like these El Salaam want to make a reinforcement into their midfield by bringing a guy who don't sing Jazzy 11. That is Costa himself, or either that's the South Sudanese Costa. We got that is Abdallah who don't see number 6. These are the newly substituted guys, because Salaam's midfield has a leak totally. They are not controlling because they have failed to do so far in this second half. We are seeing these coming 2 guys. It seems to be like there's the biggest change. Number 11 and 10s are coming out. That is Juma going out too. That is Abdallah. Then we got in that is the captain himself, who don't sing Jazen number 10. That is Oliver Paul who comes in out for that is Costa. As we are still trying to see if there will be some changes into this, as Salaam are trying to do a lot of donkey roll, making a lot of clearance. But this guy who don't see 20, that is Mr. Dew, is giving them the hard time and the blood nose here in this gem, as both 2 sides are still making run. And there is a foul committed here, as some fouls which were being doing. as Mr. Dew, the guy who came and changed the face of the game. We're still seeing him proving himself as the best, youngest winger who's doing so far here into this, as Mr. Gogo pass it again to Deng, who's taking in the long one. There's a lot of changes from that is Merriekh, who has decided to come out in the second half with a game reading, as Salaam have failed to cope up to know exactly where is their weaknesses, but the coach even is trying in here to bring in some changes, as he's still standing on the touchline, as the coach of Merriekh is relaxing after giving a heavy instruction, and we have seen a lot of changes into it here, as both two sides there's an ball here, but the referee making a denial, as the fans always who never give up in supporting their game. They still continue with their normal mood here, as Merriekh still continue with their dominance and making all the runs, as the defenders making some of the clearance here for that is team Salaam FC of the former champions of 2016. Alajabu coming into this game but trying to make a lot of dribble, but he can make a run, but unfortunately he keeps on giving a wrong pass to the opponents. He runs, I do remember that is a former Arsenal player and Liverpool current player, that is Oxlade-Chamberlain, who always makes that run, but he fails it in making the runs. The newly substituted Costa also is trying to show that he came with the strength and the energy, the stamina of the midfield which was there, as Salaam have decided to cope up with some of the changes, but there's a lot of failure. But their midfield which was shaking before, there's some changes into it, as we are still watching it here live in Abulu. That is another 7, that is another 8 offside for team Merriekh into these games so far in this second half. If you're to make the total of statistic, it's a total number of 8, as the make a total of offside, as Merriekh continue with their form or the maintenance of the midfield, giving the hard time to the other side, as Salaam is still trying their level best to cope up, yet it is very hard for them to control a ball or taking along with it, and the defenders making it a huge turn and taking over. Mr. Dew came in giving the hard time, changing from the other wing with his stylistic way of a dribble here. We are still seeing that he haven't even done what is required so far. But a coach trying in both sides are still on the, as the coach has stand up, the coach of Merriekh coming out giving some heavy instruction, though he's angry for a goal, as they have failed to get the goal. Another 9 offside, as Costa who came up has make a total of at least 2 offside in this game, yet the guy failed to make an attempt into this game. But if you are to take a look exactly into this dominant, as Salaam who are trying at least to take, at least who took only a single shot, with that is as Alajabu, the newly substituted, who replaced that is Aken, as that is another second off attempt made by that is a team Salaam into this game, as Merriekh was still yearning for a goal, seriously trying to prove that they still with their run, as they still doing so far. But the fouls which were there and the yellow cards which were not there, as we have seen, there's a lot of rolling ball here. Both sides are still trying to show it that they are ready capable of handling this game. But though there's some delayment tactics here, we're seeing there's some balls which is still being thrown to the pitch, but both two teams are yet to make it. As the substituted, that is Ngong is still going with the ball. That is the toughest midfielder, the outstanding midfielder for that is a team El Salaam, as the fans of El Salaam never gives up, how they still continue with the moral booster to the players to show that they are really ready to make it to another round, as we are still seeing as the Salaam FC of Bor, that is Salaam FC of Bor, who has made it so far, who won against El Merriekh. It's showing that Salaam doesn't want it to look on their eyes with that is a teams which are called El Merriekh, because both two Merrieks, that is both two Salams, have so far tried to show it here in a different ways. As both two fans are still making sides, as there's a lot of complaints from both sides, as they're trying to make the spectators to make the flow of the game to look into different styles and phenomena. As there's a block here which I haven't even seen a referee trying to prove it from both sides. And the only problem here which we have seen is that the game is only half of the pitch from above two sides, as Merriekh continue with the fine form. 3 games to go, as we are still waiting to see who will be crowned as the champion of the 10th edition of South Sudan Cup this season, of 10th edition, as it is being sponsored by Zain South Sudan, the giant the telecommunication company in the country. As it's a miss here, as Salaam were still even trying at least to enter the box, making at least 3 attempts on the target, as a shot on target, at least a total number of 3, as we're still watching it here from above two sides, but it's an open boot, but a foul. That's the coach, the referee has failed to give it, but the coach is still making some sounds, telling his players that they should try the level best, but yet things never goes the way it is being expected, as the attacking side of Merriekh were not yet even capable or stronger enough for them to utilize what is required by them. But with their dominance, as we are seeing that it is only a half ball or half of the pitch which has been dominated by El Merriekh, by Salaam, who are the favorite in the first half, but after equalizing or scoring the 3 goals, they're just doing a defensive side, leaving their midfield open, though with some changes, yet they have failed to cope up with the highly rated midfield of that is El Merriekh FC. We are seeing another additional minute which is ready to be given here, but yet we are seeing those referees still making the communication so far, as El Merriekh were still trying to do enough or giving out their enough time to both two sides. As it is showing that El Salaam have lost their interest or their strength of attacking, because they are giving up easily with the ball, giving the ball easily to an opponent, as they do trying in to intercept it, the balls from both sides, as El Salaam makes a run, then unfortunately they're losing the ball simply because of their poor, or they have lost the strengths which they were having in the first half. 4 additional minutes which has been given here, as we are still seeing both sides.
Additional time.
As the falls the additional minute into the second half, seeing both sides who haven't even tried to utilize doing both sides. El Salaam with the given chance have failed so far. We are seeing them, that's the guy who plays, that's changing to other right wing. They haven't even done so far, which is required from those side. This time let's cross to my colleague, that is other than Alafi Jonathan, to take you with some of the that is a commentary side. Alafi.
Now comes Salaam Football Club losing it to Merriekh. Merriekh in the middle. Juma flashing it was Mr. Juma. Juma with a shot. Not really close. Now comes what can Merriekh do at the 10 minutes of this football game? Mr. Dow! Oh my goodness, so close. Others call him Dew. Now Teng Alajabo heading it away. Now comes the Salaam Football Club. A long one. Salaam enjoying best moments in the game. Now comes Alajabu. One-on-one with Ateng. Alajabu doing Cristiano Ronaldo type of football. Meanwhile, Mr. Rand Powell seems to be so much clever. Very good skills from Mr. Alajabu. You think him putting on just number 7 is not for joke. That is Alajabu for Salaam Football Club. Juma looks frustrated. Remember, 4 added minutes for us to call it a match at a Bullock. Good football from Merriekh. Madena time is against them. Now comes a Gogo. Gogo, a long one, looking for a number of options. But unfortunately, Robert is in his own world for Salaam Football Club, taking his own time. He knows what it means. Oh my goodness. A foul, an open, something we call open boot. And of course, not looking good for Salaam. Remember, 3-1, a commanding, that is probably winning for Salaam Football Club, coming from Wow. The guy seems to be okay. Now comes Gogo and Alajabu. Alajabu, what can he do? Looking for Alajabu. Oh my goodness. What a chance. Can he convert? And of course, what a save. A lot of fracas. And of course, so close. So much closer. Very much confident on the ball. You'd think that also too much confident somehow Salaam Football Club, they could have scored or they could have turned it to be 4. But still a 3-1. Juma, you'd think it is the last ball for Merriekh Football Club. Juma, the right flank. Juma enjoying slow passing. That is passes. Steven. And of course a foul for Merriekh Football Club. It seems to be probably last chance for them. What can they do? This is a very chance. Can they make it a 3-2? Remains a very, very big question right now at a Bullock Technical Center. Mr. Juma is the guy to take it. Juma. And of course, it is a called full time at a Bullock. Remember, Salaam Football Club scored 1. A lot of interviews coming up.
the second match of the round of South Sudan League so far. So we are seeing Will Thomas is the man of the match. Salaam has tried to expose their weaknesses to the other Salaam, as they've seen that the second half they are only team of the first half game so far, as they have failed to do so or to expose it to the first half. So that next game as they will be preparing to see what's going up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match analysis. And of course, we'll have to start with a little bit of interviews.
And for the trophy and for the other games also.
Of course, with our interviews, and as far as this game is concerned, it ended 3-1 in favor of Salaam FC of that is wow. Right now they are tied on 3 points with Salaam FC of Bor, 3 points apiece and 2 goals to their names. But of course, you would think Salaam FC of Bor will be in the lead because of the alphabetical order. Well, I am joined by the coach from that is Merriekh. Of course, we will have to do this interview in a little bit of Arabic. Coach, Fadal, ولله الجمعة بعد الكورة الليلة يعني مباركا ما شكل معكم.
في البدء أنا بسلم الاستديو التحليلي. ثانيا طبعا كورة الليلة كورة جميل ما كورة كعب. لكن طبعا نحن عندنا مشكلة بسيطة أنا في التحكيم لأنه الكورة الليلة زي ما الناس شايفين فيو ميلان في سايد واحد لأنه طبعا كورة كده ما فيه تفرس ما فيه ده أنا من كده وده أنا من كده عشان كده حتى لو نحن لعبنا قدمنا أداء لكن ما فوزنا.
من كده تاني شنو لمريكا على بنتيو عندكم مباراة يعني في شنو يعني تبعملوا عشان تملكوا الرسالة الكويس في المباراة الجاي؟
مرة جاي إن شاء الله نقدم أداء أكتر من لازم لأنه طبعا المباريات ما في فاصل بين مباراة ومباراة تاني لأنه يوم واحد ما بكفي للعيبة وحتى لو أنت لعبت الليلة وتمرنت وتاني لعبت بيكون في ضغوط أكتر من لازم للعيبة في الملعب.
شكرا coach. All right. Well, his message is pretty clear. He says matches are pretty much alike. Of course, it's just a little bit of course, gaps in the games played on a daily basis. Now, I am joined by the coach from the winning side. Congratulations, coach. Yes, you're welcome. Can we have a little bit of reaction? أرينا فكرة تاكشنو من مباراة الانتهاء آسي.
اوكي نقول شكرا للجمهور بتاع سلام واو والله يا اخي مباراة كان قوية جدا وطبعا فريق سلام هنا جينا بتهد وفي ارهاق من واو لحد جوبا جينا بيوم واحد وتمارين داخل وجينا لقينا درجة حرارة في جوبا عالي جدا فيعني لقينا كله جدول داخل ودرجة حرارة داخل وما زال نقول للجمهور بتاع نادي سلام في جنوب السودان وفي واو مباراة انتهت 3-1 والخادم أفضل إن شاء الله بنحقق البطولة يعني بنحقق بطولة.
بعد كده باقي لكم مباراة بسلام اف سي من بور يعني باقي شنو يعني انتم بجايز بعدون لسلام من بور؟
والله يا أخي أنا قلت لك جدول داخل لأنه أنا عندي راحة يوم واحد مباراة جاي توالي أمام سلام بور وانا لازم بوضع راهن انا بجهز لعيبه بتاعي بقدر ما ممكن عشان انا بنقدر نهزم سلام وبنحقق بطوله. يعني هدف في مباراه بتاع الليله انا فزت، لكن انا داير افوز كان باهداف كتير عشان انا اضمن الصداره، لكن مباراه جاي ان شاء الله انا هفوز واسدر المجموعه يعني ان شاء الله.
رسالتك شنو للناس من واو؟
والله رساله بتاع من واو نقول لجماهير بتاع واو اطمنوا. اول مباراه بالنسبه علينا غلبنا فوق 3-1، وبرغم انه ظروف من واو لجوبا بعيد جينا ولقينا ودى داخل، وانا بكرر تاني ودرجه حراره شمس عالي جدا وقدرنا ليبنا وانتصرنا لمريخ بانتيو 3-1. ونقول للجمهور بتاع ولايه غرب بحر غزال فريق بتاع سلام قادر ان نحقق البطوله.
Shukran, coach. Shukran. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have systematically come to the end of our interviews in as far as today's match is concerned. A very, very dull last 45 minutes of the game, but of course, we saw all the goals scored in this very particular game in the first 45 minutes. What awaits us is, of course, the Salaam derby. Salaam FC from Wow and Salaam FC from Bor. That game right there will be coming to you on Wednesday. Tomorrow will be a day off. Salam FC Wow will be taking a rest. And of course, Salam FC from Bor will be having a recovery time. We know they've been hit by injuries on a number of occasions. So tomorrow will be a day off. And of course, the Salam derby will be live on the screens on Wednesday. This is SSFA TV. My name is the Disco 211, and of course, we are calling it a wrap in as far as today's games are concerned. Thank you.